Welcome back to the DNaz channel. I'm your host, DNaz. For all my followers that have been with me, thank you for coming back to watch. And for all my new followers, welcome to the DNaz channel. We are here at the factory in Connecticut. It's a beautiful place. This is a beautiful channel where I love to express my knowledge and share knowledge with you, and we all can learn. But today, I want to get into why we are even here, why you are watching me. Why should you watch the DNaz channel? And who am I? Who the hell is DNaz anyway, right? So I think for all my viewers that have been watching me for a long time, they don't even really know who DNaz is, where he comes from, why I started this channel, right? Um, I have no direction, no rhyme or reason here. I have nowhere that I'm going to start. I just want to get into a little bit about myself. So I am an environmental scientist, just recently graduating, right? All my life, I've worked hard. I was a chef most of my life for at least 10 years, right? I worked my way up from a busboy all the way to the head chef, okay? The restaurant business sucked. So, what did I always love? I always loved growing plants. I always loved Mother Nature. Anytime that I went out in Mother Nature, I felt like that I got healed, right? I felt like being in the outside environment and being surrounded by plants and the green nature and kind of being away from technology and people. As much I love people, but as much as I love people, being out in the silence of nature, or in the music of nature, right? Hearing the birds, watching the beautiful blue sky, things like that. It always brought me peace. It brought me a lot of peace. So, seeing all the things that we've done to the environment, how humans live, I felt like that I wanted to do something more. I felt like I wanted to do something to help Mother Nature, to help Earth, right? So I decided to go to school for environmental science. Mainly, I wanted to work with plants because I love plants, right? At home, I do my own little research and I make tinctures, tonics, right? I make salves. So I work with plants a lot and I'm still learning, right? So as I'm learning, I try to share it with you guys. I decided to start doing a YouTube channel. Now, I had a YouTube channel like 5 years ago. I just did it as the DNaz channel. And around that time, I was doing music. I used to rap, all sorts of music, right? A lot of underground stuff. But that really wasn't doing it for me anymore. I mean, I'm an artist, so I never stopped being an artist. I tried writing a little bit. I'm working on a book still to this day, and it's about raising the next generation, right? Where the world is going and how we should be encouraging the people after us to do better, right? So everything that I am doing is really about the future and the future of humanity and our planet, our ecosystem. I really want to see humanity thrive. I want to see humans thrive. I want us to live a gorgeous life, right? So I've always been interested in science, but when I was younger, like my teenage years, I never really felt like I could be a scientist, even though I loved it. I never thought that I was smart enough, right? And I feel like that just comes from a bad school experience, right? When I was younger, I was a troublemaker. I got in a lot of trouble at school, so I'm not fully blaming the school. But I moved from town to town. I moved to a lot of towns, and by the time I got to high school, I felt like I was in an environment where they saw me as different. So they followed me around. They were suspending me for all different stupid reasons. I mean, I was absent 100 days out of a 180-day school year in my sophomore year, right? And they sat me down and told me that they wanted me to drop out or else they're going to expel me, right? So I had to leave and go to night school, which was a joke. Okay, so I've had teachers tell me that I'm not going to be nothing. I've had all sorts of shitty experiences at school. And then after working hard being a chef and realizing I want to work with the environment, I decided to enroll into college at a community college, right? Come to find out, I made the honor society. I've made the dean's list twice, right? I'm getting an award actually tomorrow for academic excellence, right? So I'm really proving not just everybody else wrong, but proving myself wrong. I'm proving myself wrong in the sense where I thought that I couldn't do this. I thought that it was too much for me, or that, it was almost like you start to listen to the people around you that tell you that you can't do something, right? So that's why I love encouraging people. That's why I love motivational speech. That's why I love to tell people that they can do anything. And I like to share my experience and tell you guys that don't listen to somebody that tells you that you can't do what you want to do, right? And if you do want to do something, do it and stick to it. When it comes to this YouTube channel, I am investing in this, right? This isn't making me money. I'm putting money in. I am investing in this. It's because I love to do it. I love seeing the comments that you guys leave, the positive, the negative. I don't care. Good publicity, bad publicity, still publicity, right? It's the way you're supposed to take it. So but the positive ones, I love seeing the people that I am, that give me positive feedback and say that they love my videos, and they can't wait for more, or they want me to do this topic, right? I love that. So it shows to me that this is what I love doing. That's what I've realized. I love doing this. So it doesn't matter if I'm investing, I'm doing this and I'm going to stick to it. And this content is going to keep coming your way. And I'll be damned if I do not become a successful YouTuber, podcaster, whatever you want to call it, content creator. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm going to do. This is the DNaz channel. You are watching one of the realest channels out there. I am here from my heart. I am here for you. I am here to try to change the world. I got into environmental science because I want to make the world better. And while I'm trying to make the world better, I want to reach an audience. I want the audience to be my platform to where I can make changes in the world that are positive. If I can enlighten people on things going around in the world that are harmful to the environment and to ourselves, and I can bring people, even if it's one, even if I change one person's life, right? Even if I can make one person improve their life, and maybe they want to go out and help the environment, right? People say, oh, it's such a big world. What is my small contribution? What does it make a difference? It makes a huge difference, because every person that starts to do positive, it creates an effect, right? It creates a cascade. More and more people want to do positive, right? And the more people we got doing positive and being helpful, the more this world is going to turn, right? We have to swing the pendulum. We have to. We cannot just keep sitting back and watching the governments we have abuse us, treat us like slaves, right? And using our technology for war. What good is it? We have advanced so much in the last 200 years with our science. What are we doing with our science, right? We should be using our science for humanity to advance, right? I want to see humanity go to the next level. I want to see science be used in a way where it is helping us, right? We should have healthy food. We should have clean water. We shouldn't have starving people, right? So these are the things that I want to try to make changes in. So I believe if you have the power to spread knowledge, or the ability to do good, and you don't do it, then you are not using your full potential, right? I have a potential because I have a mind, right? And so do you, right? All it takes is thought, right? If you go back to our philosophers like Plato, he used to believe that there was like the ion. Think of this as our iCloud almost, right? This is where thoughts generate. And in this cloud where thoughts are generated, we take those thoughts and we pull them into physical existence, right? Humans are magical. We have magical powers in a way that you couldn't even fathom, right? We take ideas and we pull them into the physical universe. We pull them into creation, right? We are like we are like some magicians, right? We are like some shamans, right? And we connect to something bigger than ourselves, bigger than this realm, right? We can all agree that there is this reality, this agreed upon reality where we have the scientific method, and this is how the world works. But everybody Almost everybody I know, even if they don't believe in God, they all know, they all can feel something else there, a different type of presence there, right? And that otherworldly presence is just that force, that world we're pulling things out to, and we are making a physical existence out of it, right? So you could watch a movie from 30 years ago, and today that those things have happened, right? That's because we made the idea. We made the idea, and slowly it starts evolving, and then it comes into being, right? This is why you are so powerful. You have no idea the powers that you have because you are able to take something that has nothing. You can make something from nothing. You can take an idea and you can create a whole reality from it, right? It just depends on what reality you want to create, right? What do you want to bring into this universe? Well, for me, I want to bring positivity and healing into this universe. I want Earth and humans to start living side by side with each other, in community with each other, really loving each other. Because I believe that love is the strongest force in this universe. I believe that love creates everything that this universe ever had, right? Even going back to the Big Bang, Aristotle and our old philosophers would call like the God or the something that made the Big Bang the unmoved mover, right? Like we can move things. Particles are always moving and smashing into each other, and that is creating more chaos, right? You're getting chaos from nothing, right? Well, that's what I believe love is. That initial push, that initial big bang the universe have, that's love, right? It's just that's the driving force of this universe that started everything, and everything started coming back together, right? We started forming, galaxies started forming, our planet started forming. And the possibility that this planet is here, right, with life and the circumstances we have with the moon being that perfect size to eclipse the sun, all the things that makes this world special, for us to sit here and say that we are insignificant, we are not special, to me is crazy. We are absolutely special. You are special, and that's what I believe, and that's what I try to spread here. I try to spread love and show you that you are special. So, there's another part of my channel that I want to talk about, and that is the facts, right? I try to do research and I try to bring my audience facts. I try to bring them knowledge that is real knowledge that actually we are doing certain effects to the environment, or you can actually do this to heal yourself. I want scientific fact, right? I want actual evidence. And I try to do my best. Not everybody's perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. I already have, right? And I admit when I'm wrong, and I will correct that. And I will come back and say, hey, I was wrong. So here's the correct information, right? So when you come to the DNaz channel, you are getting somebody that is humble and that is willing to admit that he was wrong and wants to give you the right information. Because I don't want anybody harming themselves or others. I don't want anybody doing something and thinking it's correct and it's not. I try to provide the best evidence that I have. And again, the point of science is to disprove something. The point of science is not to say something is right. It's to say that something was wrong and get all of the wrong pieces together to prove that something is mostly true, right? So, to our best knowledge, that thing is true because we have done a bunch of different tests and proven these tests wrong. So, this one thing is true to our understanding, to as far as our knowledge takes us, right? So I try to give you as far as my knowledge reaches. That's what you're going to find here on the DNaz channel. You're going to find someone that genuinely cares about you, that loves you. I don't care if I don't know you. The fact that you're watching my channel, you are giving me your time, right? And you are commenting and showing me that you care about my channel and you want to be here. That drives me to do this more. And that makes me feel good. And I love that. And on my career of becoming an environmental scientist, I want to take everything I learned and share it with you. So I could say, hey, this is what we're doing wrong with the environment. This is what we need to fix. This is how we get there. This is the information I know, the data that I gathered. um, this is what we could do with it, right? Simple as that. I just think we have great technology. We should be drinking clean water, not bottled water that is actually hurting us, because our bottled water has the microplastics. And most of the bottled water that we're buying is tap water, right? They're selling you tap water. Instead of having filters in every home that make it easy, cheap, affordable, right? Electricity, right? We know electricity is just fundamental with the universe. The ground is the negative, is the anion, and the sky is the positive charge, right? You have a positive charge and a negative charge, that is the earth, right? So we could draw electricity from anywhere. So why are we charging people for electricity? We are doing so many things that hurt the everyday person instead of doing things that will help each person and everybody can live a good life. That doesn't mean that I believe that because somebody makes it rich, he doesn't deserve to be rich, and there's not going to be rich and poor and wealthy and less wealthy. No, there's going to be. And I believe that's fair because it matters on the work you put in, right? You can't just do nothing your whole life and expect to get a free ride and get all the amenities, whatever you, however you say it, of living a luxurious life, and you didn't do anything, right? But the person that put in the hard work, he deserves that. So I'm not saying that I don't agree with someone becoming rich, but I do think that we need to take care of the everyday person more. I do think that we have so much food that goes to waste. How are people starving, right? Why are people even looking for food? These are the things I like to talk about, right? I want us to be more knowledgeable, right? In every way, okay? I even think that the way we heal ourselves, if you watch a lot of my videos, I deal with holistic medicine, right? Um, this is YouTube. This is not a doctor's office. So anything on my channel is not medical information, right? It is just knowledge for you to do with it what you want, right? I love I love Mother Nature. So since I love Mother Nature, I want to spread knowledge about Mother Nature. I think for thousands of years, we had plenty of knowledge about plant medicine. For those that don't know, most of our medicine originally came from plants. About 30% of our medicine today still comes from plants. That's only because we took the chemical structure and we were able to remake it, right? We make synthetic drugs now. But the real drugs are out there and they're in the plants. They're with Mother Nature. Mother Nature provides us with everything that we need. So I like to bring you guys holistic knowledge or plant medicine. I love that because I think that we should be working with this stuff more. I think when we had cultures like the Native Americans that were here in America before the Europeans came, I think, yeah, they had chiefs and a lot of warlike structure, right? But there's a lot of things that they had right, and being in tune with the universe was one of them, right? It is so important. They weren't destroying the environment. They weren't taking the top of the earth and completely changing it and pouring concrete over everything and rearranging the entire earth. They weren't doing that. So these are things that we're doing that we need to wake up and realize that we're doing and stop altering the earth so much and start living in symbiosis with nature again. You will hear me talk about nature again and again because I love nature. I don't know if anybody's ever had an awakening experience, right? But I sure have. And that came to me through Mother Nature, through being outside, through clearing my mind and really listening to the sounds around me, feeling the vibration of the earth, feeling the universe, and actually having an awakening experience. I've had that a couple times in my life, but I know that when I had it with nature, it really made me realize that if I stick with nature, I cannot go wrong, right? That is the most healing thing in the universe is nature. Getting outside and being with the beautiful art that was given to us, right? The beautiful sky, even the night sky, the stars. That is the most beautiful art there is. And we are artists, we are creators, right? At the end of the day, we are creators, right? Well, that world, our sky was created for us. I'm not saying I know who or anything like that, even if it was by chance, right? Whatever you want to believe, it is there for us to observe. We are in this universe as the observers. And it's a beautiful universe. Your world can be however you want it to be. If you want to have a negative outlook, you're going to have a negative world. If you have a positive outlook, you're going to have a positive world. I like to live my day to day in positivity and having a positive outlook so that I could spread positivity, right? Because we all have suffered from mental health problems, right? I've suffered from depression. So I know that even just hearing one positive thing, somebody telling you one little thing can get you to switch your mind state, right? It could get you to alter your entire mind state and you could be in a good mood. And that is the difference from having a good life or a bad life, right? I want everybody to have a good life. I believe life is just so beautiful, right? Growing up, I had a great childhood. I had great parents, right? Um, yeah, my mother's still with me, my father isn't, but I cherish the relationship I had, right? But I put myself into trouble. So that was the type of person I was. I made my life difficult for myself. Now that I'm older, I like to give positivity to other people, to tell other people that, hey, I went through this and you could do it too, right? Um, I'm I'm in my 30s, right? I'm 35, and I just started school at 30, right? And I'm now graduating, becoming an environmental scientist, right? Something I never thought can happen. So you can do anything. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't. And that's the message that I want to spread. I want to spread that message that we are the powerful ones. We are the creators, right? We are here not just as the observers, but to alter this world. That's what physics is. That's what we do. We alter this world. We create things out of this earth, right? So we are here to do with the world what we want with it, right? So we should be doing a positive thing. And that's all I want on this channel. When I bring you to the DNaz channel, I want you to see positivity. I want you to walk away from every episode learning something and saying, having a better outlook on life, saying, oh, wow, that really lifted my spirits, or that really woke me up to this subject that I didn't know. I didn't know we were harming the environment like this. I didn't know that I was eating this and this is, killing me. I didn't know that giving my kids cereal is like, giving them poison, right? I didn't know that there was arsenic in rice and those rice are made make cereal. I didn't know that, right? So I get to walk away from watching this and learn something. And not only that, maybe my spirits are brightened. That's what I want to give you. When you come here to the DNaz channel, I want to give you a lifted spirit, a lifted mind state, and I want to give you more knowledge. And when I'm wrong, I want you to correct me, and I want to tell you that I'm wrong, and I want to bring you the right knowledge, right? This is a beautiful world. This world is here for us, and I want to share it with you. I want you to share your world with me. I want you guys to come to my channel more, and I want to keep making content for you because I truly enjoy this. I want this to be my job someday. And the only way that's going to happen is if I never give up, and I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep making content for you because I love doing this for you. I love your support. I love your comments. So if you haven't, please like and subscribe. You've been watching the DNaz channel, and come back for more. Share this with your friends. Spread my name out there. Let me do this for you for a living. Let me do this longer. I want the DNaz channel to be something that is positive for the world. I want to give more to the world because I love this world so very much. And I love people so very much. I love you guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time on the DNaz channel. Peace.